Holden, this is Coach Smart from University of Arkansas Baseball Camps to do your hitting evaluation. Usually how I do these videos and these evals is I kind of go over 5 main things with each hitter. Some of these 5 things are maybe some stuff that you've heard before, but hopefully I'll be able to relate it in a little different way that might help you a little bit more and click. Okay. Um, Before I get too much into that, I'm going to click play and let all your swings kind of play out here so you can see all the swings that I recorded before I start to talk and get going on my end of things. So like I said, some of the stuff that I'm going to talk to you about and that I see is going to be a little bit of stuff that I would recommend, and also some things that I just see watching your swing from camp and again on video here. A lot of the stuff are the same topics that we talk with our hitters here at Arkansas about right when they get back from summer ball and also from winter break. Okay, so we'll go ahead and click play here, and we'll let your swings play, and then I'll begin my side of things. Okay. Um, so after watching that again, hopefully during that time you kind of did some visual, some mental notes, I guess you could say, some things that you saw during the video. The first thing I go over with each hitter is kind of their setup. Okay, their base, where are they at in the box, where are their feet, where are their hands. I don't particularly care where you start. Um, with your stance as long as you're repeatable, meaning I could watch you hit off a tee, front toss, BP, or in the game, and you look the same. Okay, if we're trying to take consistent swings, we got to have a consistent setup. Okay, so after looking at your setup again, you're kind of open with your stance, which I'm cool with. It helps you see better for some guys if you're open, as long as when you take your stride, you kind of go back to parallel, all right, which you do, right? You kind of see both those feet are straight up right there. So you're in a good position to hit. Um, I like to tell a lot of our hitters, like, where's the best place to start my hands? Well, wherever you're comfortable at, okay, where you want to start, I'm cool with. I think the easiest and the simplest one is just right above your shoulder, kind of where yours are right here and where this circle is, okay? The biggest thing with your bat angle and what kind of position you get into is that bat gets into that spot right there. Okay, it's very important that your bat gets to that spot all the time, which it does. Okay, the reason why I'm so adamant about that is I want that knob pointing down to the catcher. Okay, because when you start to take your swing at this bat angle, that bat's going to flatten out naturally. Okay, and it's going to give your barrel the best chance to strike a baseball the right way. It's going to be flat through the hitting zone. Okay, if your bat was straight up and down at your loaded position right here, I'd say that we have some problems. Okay, but yours is in a really good spot. That bat's creating that good angle right there, so that when you go to turn to the baseball, it's going to promote the right bat path. Okay, so that kind of leads me into my next thing. With your load, all right, let's go ahead and watch another one because you took this pitch. Okay, so watch your load a little bit here in slow-mo. All right, do a good job of getting back to parallel. Okay, I like what your load does. It's smooth, you have some rhythm, it's not rushed. Okay, you're down on time. I like where you're at. All right, so I don't have a problem or really anything to give you for your load. You kind of do a good job of getting in rhythm with the pitcher. Start open, get back to parallel, you're in a good spot. All right, let's talk about that bat path a little bit. So like I said about that angle with your bat, you're promoting the right path to the baseball. Okay, as you can kind of see a little bit, your bat is starting to create kind of a blur right through this area. Okay, that's really good. We want to keep that, okay? Because you could have been really late, made contact back here, been on time, or you could have made contact out front, and your barrel still has an opportunity to cover all three of those spots. So now your timing doesn't have to be perfect if your bat path is moving the right way, which yours is. Okay? So that's another good piece you got going for your swing is your bat stays nice and flat and in the zone for a very long time. Okay, let's get rid of these lines here. Let's stop you at contact. All right? I like the position that you're in at contact. All right, your head's down. Okay, barrel's nice and flat. Back legs driving the swing, hitting against a firm front leg. Okay, a lot of good things right here. The longer you can stay, okay, in your posture and in your lower half throughout the swing, I think the more consistent you're going to strike the baseball. Okay, so you do a good job of that. You stay down in your lower half, down in your hips throughout the entire swing. Okay, a lot of hitters that I see, I do these evals, they make contact, they get through it, and then they push straight up out of their legs. Okay, and they're zapping all their power after they get through the baseball. I want to stay down and connected to the ground. All our energy that we create with our lower half comes from the ground. We're driving against and into our front side using the ground and driving through the baseball. Okay, let's watch a couple more swings. Okay, one thing I do see, Holden, and you don't really do it a lot, and it's not a big dramatic move, but if you watch it kind of in real time, it looks a little bit like you drift into the ball just slightly. Okay, this one you stay behind the baseball really well. So when your stride foot gets down, my body should not be going forward. I'm kind of rotating around my center. Okay? If my head and my hips start to slide forward after my foot gets down, you're going to end up jamming yourself a little bit, kind of making your own self late. Okay? I want to really work around the center of my body, which you do a really good job of right here. Foot gets down and you rotate around your center and hit against that front leg. You create great extension through the baseball with a good finish. Okay, a lot of good things right there. Just something to keep an eye out for as you continue to develop as a hitter. Make sure you're not drifting forward into the baseball. Another good swing right there. Okay, I hope some of this stuff made sense. I would go ahead and watch it again and maybe take some notes on some of the things that I said, or even some of the things that you said, or excuse me, that you saw during your swings. Maybe there was something that you didn't know that you were doing or not doing, and you can kind of evaluate yourself as well. That's also what this is for me to kind of give my opinion to you, but also for you to give yourself some own feedback. Okay? I appreciate you coming to camp, man. We'll see you next time.